Thanks, Madison. Goodness. Hey, Rach. Hello, Deep. Just getting back into town. Y'all been on a trip for 2 days. Fun. I've been sitting here working on these 2023 notes. I think I'm about done with digestion. Just going to go over it one more time, take some pictures, and post it up for everybody. Let's see. Hey, Gupta. Good to see you. You've been in my time zone for the last 2 days. Fun. It's so weird, though. When we were in Utah, it was like 8 o'clock at night and the sun was still out and stuff. We're like, oh, it's bedtime. Where the sun is still out. So it's weird. Y'all sure do extend your afternoons, though. Right now, it's 6:30. It's still sunny here, but it'll be dark by 7:30. Katie says she passed her certification exam. Congratulations. With an 81. Fantastic. Woohoo. That's awesome. Congratulations, Kate. How was the exam? Did you do it online or in person? I'm so glad I could help you out. Now on to the COC. You got it, girl. That's right. Most of my free lives are a mixture of CRC, CPMA, CPC, CCS, and COC. So I grab questions from all those certifications. Hi, Dee Dee. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Madison. Patrice. Let's see. Katie used all 6 practice exams and she used Pocket Prep. Awesome. Y'all still can't hear me? Or can you? Hey, Diana. Yay. Okay, good. Gupta bought A, B, and C. I really like D especially. That exam is pretty tricky. Hey, Go-Kart. Hey, Marlene. You're very welcome, Gupta. Very, very welcome. I'm happy to help. I just love the fact that I can teach for free and maybe make a difference in people's lives and help y'all change your lives for the better, you know, get that job you always wanted. It's awesome. Yay. Anybody got any questions before I get started on tonight's stuff I prepped? I don't know if I got enough questions, but hopefully I do. We'll see. Online, it was great. I can't wait to tell my boss tomorrow that I'm finally certified. And I've been a coder for almost 2 years now. And she's been pushing me to get certified. Awesome. I hope they pay you back for your certification membership. At least some of them will pay for your exam to get certified, but at the very least, most of them will pay to keep your certification going and help you with finding your CEUs. Don't forget, inside my free Discord group, that I've got a room where I post free CEU little classes that other AAPC membership groups, like each state has one. Sometimes they have free webinars, and you'll get 1 or 2 CEUs, so I post those in there so you can watch them with me. We're sometimes in chat just kind of talking to each other. Or some of my students are actually members of the chapter meetings and will visit and talk on some of those. So it's kind of fun. Anyway, now time to get your CUs turned in. If y'all are hearing an echo, okay, hold on. I do see, does that help at all? Did that get rid of the echo? I know my voice isn't too good today because it's like if I don't talk every day, my voice forgets how to talk, and I haven't talked since probably I talked to y'all on Friday night. I've just been sitting here in my room with my books, working on these notes for you guys. So now it's out of practice. That's better? Okay, good. How many components are in the vaccine? Sure. Let's go over here and go here. And they are on my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com. If you go right here to the shared gallery, I have those documents right there. My schedule when I go live. Lots of things are here. But this blue and the two pinks are the component sheets that you can click on. It's free. And it'll have the CPT code here and then how many components there are. If the CPT code is not listed here, it's probably just one of the influenzas, and those all have just one component. So don't worry if something's not listed here. Anything that has multiple components that's worth putting down 2 or 3 components, it's here. It's on these pieces of paper. You can just hit Control P and you can print that to a PDF if you want to. Just so you know, instead change it to a PDF and you can print it to a printer. It's probably better to highlight it first so that it's not printing all that like that. Like I did, I forgot to highlight it so that you can just print just the selected area. Control P should work a lot better. Change your settings to just selected only. There you go. And it'll print if you are a printer. But you can also save it on your desktop as a PDF like that, and then you don't have to print it on a printer. You can just save it on your computer and bring it up in your PDF viewer. Get back to that. YouTube videos. We've got some membership videos that I put into the membership. I added in another workshop and 2 more duck classes in for you guys that are on the YouTube membership. So be sure and look for those. They were just posted last night or the night before. So be sure and check those out wherever y'all's membership stuff is at. Y'all's view is a lot different than I am. My view is. But the main thing is go into the playlist right there. And at the playlist, I've got the duck classes listed right here so you can see the full list right there. And then where is the book prep? The workshops are right there, so you can see the full list of them there. Then you've got all the duck classes. I've got these that were done 2 weeks ago and one of them that was 10 days ago that aren't time to release yet, but when they get to be 1 month old, I'll make sure that those go to membership. The only workshops that I've got that haven't gone over there to you guys yet are just the most recent ones, if I can even find them. Let's see. Oh, I still have them marked as live. They're not marked here in workshops until I switch them over, so that's why. They're not here. They're over in my live videos, but they'll be marked private on my end because they're not marked in workshops until I move them over there. But it's just the workshops that we've had. I think I just moved January's over there, so then we've only got February's, March's, and April's and May's. Yeah, whatever the last 90 days are that I've done. Not sure how to use this community page. We've got it, but I started posting a couple of questions and doing surveys for what the answers were, but that was 5 months ago. I don't know if that was helpful or what, but I don't know. If anybody else knows what we can do with our community page on YouTube, and I think it's just for members, but I'm not sure. No, it says public, so maybe not. Yeah, it's for public. I don't know what else to do with the community page here on YouTube, but we've got that. Shorts, they're fixing to get rid of on YouTube, so I don't think those, I'm not sure if they're going to get rid of these videos or what, but we got an announcement that they're going to get rid of shorts. I don't know what that means, if they're going to get rid of these videos, but all the shorts are my usual TikTok videos or smaller videos that I make because somebody asked me a question, and then I make them just for that. So be sure and check them out because these are handy about how to make notes in the ICD-10. Lots of stuff there. Yeah. Let me check out chat and see if there's anything that I haven't missed. Radiology. Let me see. Have I done? Don't think I've done the radiology section yet. Of the 2023. That's probably going to end up being my next section that we go to and work on. But then I still have musculoskeletal that needs to be done, cardiology that needs to be done. Those are huge sections that still have to be done. And then medicine, of course, the last section. So radiology is probably where I'm going next. If I haven't, I don't think I have. I don't think I've done that one. Nope. And I don't think there's a lot of new codes in radiology. Was there 4? I think there's only 4 new codes, if that, in radiology, this section. Not finished it yet. Let me switch cameras. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit that one and that one. So in radiology, I've only done a small pass and have gone through and done some of the yellow highlighting and then the U's and do nots, unilateral and bilateral markings on some of them, but haven't gone through and done individual prep on stuff. Just the yellows and the do nots mostly. Got to mark up these guidelines too. Aw, you guys are starting early tonight. Do I have any on the book prep videos? Nope, but that'll be the next section we're going to go to. I have probably last year's. Where is my YouTube videos? Where is my book prep? I'm sure I did book prep videos on radiology from last year, and there is, go to my playlist. CPT book prep videos. I'm sure there are some from last year. And I don't think the codes have changed very much. Let's see, radiology. But I do update, you know, how I mark books up from year to year because I change my patterns sometimes. Do I have any lab and path? There's lab and path, a whole lot of that. No radiology, lab and path, female, medicine, tons of lab and path. Medicine, out of code sequencing, female, ears, auditory. This one's unmarked. So is that one. 2 of them are unmarked. Well, that's unhelpful. Switch that out. Oops. I wonder what this one is. That looks like medicine, huh? Medicine section. And then this one was unmarked too. What section is this one? Female. How'd I get up 2 screens? What am I doing? There we go, digestive system. Dang, maybe I don't have any radiology. I thought for sure I did. Okay. Well, I gotta get started on that. For sure. Y'all keep me straight. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Bring in my Word document. What have I got? Oh my goodness. Y'all, what I put together tonight for y'all to have to try to do. I hope y'all brought your thinking caps on because this is new. This hurt my head. Yeah, sometimes it does take some time to find all the different things. It does. Hey, Laura Love. Oh, the indie weekend. Hey, Anointed, thank you. Well, she's given enough for another YouTube membership. Let's go throw that in there as soon as chat will let me in. It's gonna make me watch an advertisement. So irritating, right? There we go. There we go. All right, I'm still trying to read. Indianapolis, they're putting that race in the middle of Vegas Strip. They are rearranging all of the strip in Vegas, and they're going to have those cars racing through there. I don't see how they're going to be able to do pit stops, and oh my goodness gracious, it's going to be crazy, but I'm sure it'll be fun to see. Let's see. Hey Aaron, can I pick your brain? I had a PP question that I don't understand the rationale. Yeah, I saw you asking that question about the GO102. So let's get out that. Is it this one? No, that one. Let's go look her up. G01. Is this the colonoscopy code or the office visit code? No, it's one of them. 002. Prostate screening for digital rectal exam. Oh. It says, is not separately payable with an E&M visit, correct? What is your code for a Medicare patient in the office getting an annual wellness, right? What would be your annual visit code? I don't have this book marked up. That's another thing. I got to mark up my hip picks. So Medicare patients get an annual wellness exam. Their annual preventative, right? So 0420 or whatever, depending on whether they've been there before. You could bill for this one, right? And then bill for the digital rectal exam that you do in the office, the 0102. But remember, you're not supposed to bill CPT codes for any Medicare patient. So these codes are for your Medicare patients. So we don't bill a regular 99203 or even one of those annual wellnesses with the 99382 or 392, whatever it is, based on new or established. We don't bill those for Medicare patients. So if you're billing, and there's probably a CPT code in here for a digital rectal exam in the CPTs, but if you're billing out of HIPICs, you're billing for Medicare patients. So it's a payer issue. Does a payer issue make sense to you? Madison had a question. I had one more question. Do you have any recommendations for workshops to start with other than what are weaker on? Workshops? Do you mean to watch my workshops or to purchase somebody else's workshops? Let's see. What would she be talking about? Madison, I had one more question. What do you recommend for workshops? My of course, favorite workshop, of course, is E&M, because it could be up to 14 questions on the exam that are E&M related. You really need a good grasp on E&M for the certification exam. So that one's good. And your biggest subjects. So our next biggest area on the CPC exam is guidelines. And because that could be up to 7 questions. It is 7 questions actually on the exam. And I just did that workshop in April. So those two are, you're getting more questions done or have a higher rate if you fully understand E&M and you fully understand the guidelines questions. You've got a better chance of passing the exam if you're really good in at least those 2 areas. So those 2 workshops, of course, would be great because there's 75 questions in E&M and then 75 more in guidelines. So that's really good advice there, I think. I'm not doing any duck classes. With the boys being home, obligations to the real job at work, and then my vacations, like I'm having to get in. We're going to Uncle David's June 8th. I'm flying out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more days. 9 more days to do that, get packed. But I also have car maintenance that has to get done. I got to go to Vegas tomorrow to get Mom's TSA pre-check thing done because when we went the last time, the TSA thing was shut down. So we're trying again tomorrow or Wednesday. I forget what day. And then Friday, the new car that my son bought needs to get the tint put on it because we're burning alive because the whole thing is a glass roof and stuff. So we're like fried chicken in that thing. So we got to get it tinted. We're putting a carbon film on it that is still see-through, but it prevents the car or the windows from being hot at all. It's like they're still cold. That will also help with our battery usage on the car because we won't be using as much battery to cool the car down. It will stay cold-ish because it won't have heat being absorbed by the glass, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's a whole half-day issue to drop off, pick up, and all this stuff. I just have so much going on right now, so I don't have any duck classes scheduled till stuff calms down back in August, actually. So nothing till August, till the boys go back to school, unless I can find some time in July. But the boys, every trip I've done has been for somebody else except for the 14-year-olds. You know, I've done the trips with my oldest son, who's 30, and then my mom is this trip. But my little ones want to go to Universal Studios, so we're doing that again in July, and they want to take a friend. So it's just obligations. So I don't have any scheduled until August because I just can't prep the questions. And I want to do good. Y'all are paying for the class. I want to make sure the material's worth paying for. So I just don't have time to prep good questions for you is all. So I have them shut down till August for now until I find the ability to incorporate that into life again. All right. How will I know when your video for the guidelines and book prep is uploaded on your website? It is uploaded in the store right now, Erin. If you want to purchase that one, it's, $12? And you get the link. But the one that I did for May was the guideline one. So that was May. It was Mother's Day, the 14th. So it won't be free for all the members to see until May, June, July, August 15th or so. That's when it goes live and free for all the members. But for the first 90 days, everybody that paid the $12 to be there or get the replay gets to have it, if that makes sense. So it's in my store if you happen to want to buy it. It's there. But the E&M workshop was free for everybody, and it's from December, and it's live on YouTube no matter whether you're a member or not. It's just there for you. Good question, Erin. Posting them on my YouTube videos. I do see them there. She's asking, where can I post questions that we'd like to submit for you to go over during the live? I don't mind doing them on the fly when you're typing in chat, but also you can post them on YouTube videos. I get them in my emails all the time. I try to remember to do them anywhere. Start your engines. Richard Petty is your all-time favorite. Aw, that's awesome. Go-kart. There's lots of... James was asking to go to the local racetrack here in town. I actually have one right behind our house. It's a dirt circle track, but it's where many people come in Mojave County, and they train as children, of course. And then when they get ready for semi-pros or whatever, then they move to the Vegas track. So this is like, it's behind my house, and I don't hear a thing, which is great. But we live super close, but the boys do like to go. And I like to watch them too, so it's fun. But we have not been this season, and James was just asking to go on Sunday. Or, no, the next race is on Saturday. Thank you, Anointed. We could do a Discord page. We can, absolutely. A Discord room. What questions do we want to go over in live? Let me see. Let me make a room for it real quick. Let's see. I'm doing create a room. We're going to do Q and Q. Questions for Jen. I don't know, questions for Jen to do for lives. Create a room. All right. We got a room in Discord too. There you go, guys. And you see who won the membership. Rachel did. Congratulations, Rachel. That's awesome. That came from Anointed, by the way, Rachel. I'm old enough to remember Dale Senior, too. I used to think he was so skinny because he couldn't eat. Sitting in that car 30 hours, I don't know, at a time, doing all those dang laps. He had no time to eat. That's how he stayed so skinny all the time. Yes, if you have 2023 books, you can use them until December 31st of 2024. Yep. Are you put March workshop integumentary and muscle section? I missed that one. Not able to attend some seasons. Are you? I may have forgot to put some of them up on in the store, in the shop, because not a lot of people asked for the integumentary and musculoskeletal, but y'all worried me over the guideline one, so that's why it got put up in the shop. But if nobody asks for it, then I don't try to, sell stuff. But Yes, I can put Integ Materi's link for that workshop in the shop, because that was March, April, May, June. So it'll go out in July. So there's only 30 days or so left for it till it can hit or so, I guess. I don't know. I need help with modifiers. Great. I have modifiers coming up tonight. You explained it. Yes, I didn't think I would have to know enough to figure that out on my own with certainty. Thanks for replying. You're welcome. Oh my goodness, I just realized my exam is in 3 weeks. Second attempt. It does go by fast, Jen. I hope you do fantastic this time. I hope it's so much easier. I'd be proud of you. I am proud of you, Erin. I think I found an error on a different pocket prep question. Girl, I still got 7 submitted to them and they still have not fixed them yet. It drives me nuts. It was one AB where the zip code goes in the 1500 claim. Their answer says 23, but it says, they put it in the wrong one. I am proud of you. Zip code 1500 CM claim. I'll have to go look that one up. It's always good to, I don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you don't pass it the first time you took the exam, because you can't prepare for that exam, and we can't tell you enough about it to let you know what you're going to expect. Once you've done it, you know what to expect then. So you'll be much better prepared this time. 2 points. That's all right. Get it? You'll get it next time. Can we times the J93? It's a medication code, right? So J93, 12. So we've got 10 milligrams of RUTUXAN. It depends on your order from your physician. So if they did prescribe 20 milligrams, then yes, you times it by 2. If they prescribed 40 milligrams, then it's times 4. Yes. This is a good example of one that during my certification exam in 2019, and I was a newbie at all this, I was looking at the code and then looking at the name right here. I didn't pay attention to none of this BETOS. I didn't pay attention to the coding clinic or the drugs. I hyper-focused only on the code with the name of the medication. There was chemotherapy drugs on my exam where I couldn't find the name of the drug in the 4 codes that they gave me because I didn't know enough to look 3 lines down at the drug name. Because I didn't know how to use this book. Just in general, we Google everything or we use our encoder at work. I just didn't know that they had put and didn't realize. And there's only 4 questions on the exam that are hit picks, so it wasn't a main priority to understand the functions of the books. But be sure in this J section, since we're here, don't worry about the code number and the name given right beside it. Make sure you match the code number with the drug name 3 lines down right there. That's where you'll find your correct drug name. Here's a new code for 2023, J9298. Just a new chemotherapy drug. We got 2 more on the opposite side. Some more chemotherapies. I don't know a thing about chemotherapy. I avoid eyes and I avoid toes and I avoid chemotherapy with all my clinical experience. I avoided these areas. It is fun to watch. They slide around like crazy on that dirt track, but then they're kicking up all that dirt in your face too. So you come home covered in specks of mud, minute, fine little things, but you're covered. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. And I got hair that just, you can't even put a brush through it. I don't even own a hairbrush. So it's like, it's hard. You get all that mud up on your hair, but it's fun to watch. And they even have the little kids out there. They do a half track in the center and let the kids come out. I mean, like toddlers. They look like they're toddlers, but they have their own little cars, and they'll do a half track, 1 lap, and it's too cute. Oh, Monique, she's gifted a membership. Diana, you won the membership from Monique. Y'all are so awesome to each other. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, I got your email or message, Andrea. You were asking me about how to calculate anesthesia, and I included that on today's practice questions. Let's get started with those, and we'll get there. We'll get there. If I missed your question, I'm so sorry. Going through the guidelines, any tips on locating? I did annotate based off Jen's notes. I'm having trouble going through the guidelines. Any tips? Monique, the most important things are to move practice exam question answers to the ICD-10 sections of the book where the codes are located, and your guidelines. Be sure and move like all the chemotherapy ones, like you code anemia first for this situation with chemotherapy. You code chemotherapy last if it's this situation with anemia or something. You just gotta move all those examples from the practice questions to the actual ICD-10 codes there. And practice and repetition will eventually get you there, for sure. Find as many practice questions with the guidelines involved as you can. Look through Quizlet everywhere, and the more you find and the more you practice, the more you'll get them. Remember, I've got like top 10, cancer, allergic reactions, OB, hypertensions, diabetes, burn patients, and injury patients. Definitely going to end up having an injury. Don't focus on everything, but I've got a top 10 list that you focus on. So what this is I have 5 CPT codes here, and what I want to know is which ones of these CPT codes cannot be appended with a left or right modifier. All modifiers are hit picks, even though right and left is used and it's noted in CPT. Just so you guys know, the verbiage on this is that all modifiers are technically hit picks modifiers. Anyway, so if we go to our first code here, it's 284. 284. 4. 2844 5, do we use right and left modifier on this one or not, is what I want to know. Let me get the camera out of your view. If we cannot use right and left, then I need to know what we're supposed to use. But on code 28445, it's an open treatment of a talus fracture, includes internal fixation. Can we use, and are we supposed to use, right and left modifiers here? What do you guys think? Thanks again, Monique, for donating the membership, and Anointed. You guys are awesome. Rosh, I think that's a great score. Keep at it and keep practicing. Because you need to know which foot. I'm just checking chat to see how many people we got on. We got 42. Don't forget to, you can make those little hearts. Don't forget to do the thumbs up if y'all like the material. Correct. Aaron, no 62 modifiers and no 66 for the whole nervous system. Here on my notes, little notes that I put at the top, right and left mods, use here. That's super helpful on pages when in a particular section, you can't use or you're supposed to use. Like, don't forget, you got to do this. That's helpful to add into your notes. So this one we're going to write. This one's okay. We're going to use right and left. What about 28150? Did I? Two 28150. We've got phalangiectomy of a toe, each toe. Phalangiectomy. This one was fractured foot. There you go, Madison. We're going to need our T A through T9. My cat. Magpie wants out. Hold on. All right, Magpie. There you go. I swear I need me a kitty cat door. So they can come in and out as they go. What about 114 114, not 14, but 114 00. Way down here. Let's see. Can I get this one in the screen? Probably not. Come on. You can focus. No? Sorta. Just don't like to zoom in very finely. There we go. This one's an excision, benign lesion, including the margins. Where are we at? We're on the trunk, arms, and legs. Can we add right and left here? What do you guys think for 11400? Do we append a right and a left to that? Legs and arms would make sense, right and left, but not on the trunk really, so I'm not sure. Right and left modifiers are not appropriate on any excisions at all. What about, what number is that? 235. 235. 2. 235. Come on. 23500. 23500. Right here. We have a closed treatment of the clavicle fracture without a manipulation. What do you think? Can we use our right and left on that one? Yep, we're doing okay on this one. This one's okay. And this one, yeah, that one's not. Nope, 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 nope. What about our 710? 71060. Is that one still a code or has it been deleted? Nope, there it is. It's a child code. Can't do much about it. It's with contrast material. No, that's a 2. That's a 2. 710. Where are we at? 60. It could be a deleted code. Yeah, that one's been replaced with 71000. 710. So yeah, we're talking about rib x-rays. Unilateral. 711. 712, probably. Instead of that. Our contrast with material, but if we go over here, we've got a CT scan of the thorax. CT scan of the thorax. Would we use right or left on this one? I wonder which one they were talking about, but that one's definitely not going to need your right or left either. All right. Word match. Which one of these over on the side is a CT scan? Is it an electromagnet, multiple images, powerful magnet, high frequency sounds, or image development? Which one's a CT scan? We've got A, B, C, D, and E. I'm going to have to find whatever code they were wanting us to pick because what I've got here in the book is not coordinating up with what we had before. Just a deleted code. I don't know what they switched it to. Because what it was deleted to got deleted too, so it's one of those multiple areas that got deleted. I assume 71260. Hey, Allie. Good to see you. By saying B. Creates multiple images with the computer technology. CT. That's perfect. What about nuclear medicine? What's number 2? Look at Madison. She's on a roll. I don't agree with number 2, Madison. And because you have 2 A's down. Number 2. Maybe right. Maybe I got the wrong thing down. Nuclear medicine. We're looking for organs that function, right? One B, 2E. 1B, 2E. No worries, Gupta. Y'all like E? Which one is the MRI? That's our big magnet, right? Magnet. Ultrasound is using sound. So we can put our D there. And our regular X-ray shoots us full of radiation, right? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, radioactive is our other one, is our nuclear medicine. All right, a few more. I just have a couple of the, how many letters words are. There's only 5 of them, and then we'll get started on some practice questions. I have anesthesia, OB, digestion, nervous, radiology, lab path, and some medicine questions. So what's an 8-letter word that means the space around dura mater in a spinal cord? Anybody know what an 8 letter word is for the space around the dura mater of a spinal cord? Super tough ones tonight. You're welcome, Vanessa. Sorry, Lydia, I didn't get to you. This one's super hard. There you go. Aaron got it. All right. 7-letter major nerve that runs the back of the thigh. So we have this big major nerve that runs on the back of our thigh, and it's 7 letters long. Which one's that one? Close. It's a nerve, not an artery. SS. It's a nerve. There you go, Madison. Grandma's always saying, my sciatica. Another 7-letter word, I think, for tumors of the nerves. What are tumors of the nerves? Without Googling, and you'd only have your CPT or ICD-10 book, how would you find these answers? Where would they be? I didn't have enough time to put the page numbers down for you tonight. That would have been better. Where would you find out the name of tumors of the nerves? There you go. Neuro. Yep. Look for your roots. That's perfect. The nerves, your prefix for that is your NEU. And then you just have to do your OMA for a tumor, right? Good job. What about opening of the tear duct? 7 letters also. Where would you go in these books to find these answers if you did not have Google? I cannot spell. Don't worry about it. The opening, not the name of the item of the tear duct, but what is the name of the opening? Y'all are giving me the name of the tear duct. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the opening of the tear duct. Good job, Rosalie. Nope. Lacrimal is not it. That is the name of the tear duct, but I need a 7-letter word for the opening of the tear duct, which is a totally different named part. which I had to do a double take on and make sure. I don't know if it's like, what? What is that? Really? Not nasolacrimal. I wonder if it's in our ICD-10 book. Oh. So, let me go over here. Turn on my camera. You know, before you start coding the eye stuff, diseases of the eye, you'll have the anatomy of the eye in your ICD-10 book, and it starts out with the cellular level and builds the thing, right? So I wonder if they have it here. Then they go into the common diseases. It's got to be in here somewhere. I need a control F to find the word, but it's got to be in here somewhere. It's going to be in some of this stuff near our tear ducts. We also have some anatomy of the eyeball up here. Not helpful. It's got to be in here somewhere. Who got it? Madison? She's on a roll tonight. Madison got it. P. It looked like punctuation. I'm like, that's a new one. So in our I section in the notes for our CPT coding of the eyeball, don't forget to add that word, which I believe that's in my notes, to your eyeball anatomy on page 490 of your CPT book. Last one. 10-letter word for incorrectly assigning multiple codes. I threw a guideline in there tonight, which is different than anatomy. She found it on Google, I'm sure. I know it's got to be in here in this CPT book or the ICD-10 one, but I got to find it myself. Not going to be able to show up very well, but it's the opening of the tear duct. You have an upper and a lower. Isn't that crazy? And then it can be drawn in right there. Your lacrimal gland is here, but the opening of them is what we were talking about. You have a lacrimal gland and you have a lacrimal sac. That's more in your nasal lacrimal area. You have a superior and an inferior. Who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Victoria? Good job. That's what I was going for on this one, was unbundling. I don't know how y'all do this without Googling, but very good job. Awesome. All right. First one for tonight. We've got 424. Y'all be sure and get out your books and try to get to the codes as fast as I do. Muscle memory will help with your speed for sure. 424. We've got 10, 15, 20, and 30. 424. We're way over here. We've got our differences between the 10, 15, 20, and is there a 30? No idea. $10 and $15 are both excisions. So is 20. We've got a differences between, there's no nerve involvement in our 10. No nerves. Our 15, we're gonna cut the nerves. Our 20 is a total. We're gonna cut, but we're also gonna save. And then 2, 3, where are you at? You're gonna be right there. Totally different procedure. This one is an incision, where everything here, these are all under the header of excision. So these are excision, this is an incision. Sorry guys, let me move my camera out of the way. So what I did was I just went and looked at the differences between the codes, have those in mind. The first thing I want to clear is whether we're doing an excision or an incision only. And then, are we cutting any nerves or saving any nerves? So I'm not going to read the question, but I'm just going to find out what we did in the procedure for whatever scenario is going on in this question. So I'm looking for whether we're cutting and saving or doing anything to any nerves in this question. So what did we do? What do you guys think the answer is? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why this camera doesn't focus. It's supposed to be a PDF teacher's camera where it focuses on book pages like really well. It's supposed to, but I don't know. I always have the worst trouble focusing with my streaming computer cameras. So B and C are actually both preserves, right? They both, I just didn't write it down there, cut and save. They're both cut and saves. But the difference is whether we did the whole lobe or just whether we did the lateral lobe or a total lobe. So this one's total and this one's lateral. So we looked for dissect, preserve, which lobe? Lateral lobe. So that makes B our answer. This one was total. Here's your rationale. I'll leave you guys to your own defenses here. Be sure and look up the differences between your codes first. 46606 is where I'd go first because there's two answers with that in it. See if you have any do nots. Or, you know, that's the first thing. See if you got any do nots so you know whether you can't code something with something else. You guys let me know in chat what you think the answer is. (6606) It's just a biopsy. Single or multiple. 00 is diagnostic with brushing. 08, foreign body removal. 11 is tumor, polyp, or other lesions, but everything's done with a snare. So what did we do? Is this 2 pages? Yeah, this is 2 pages. Sorry, you guys, you need more of the question. So first thing, did we do a biopsy? Did we do foreign body? What did we do? I don't see any foreign body. So 08 can go away. 11 is removing tumors, polyps, or other lesions. Did we remove any polyps or lesions? What do you guys think? cannot code child code with mama code. Every once in a while you can, which is really weird and unusual. But this particular mama code right here does have the sentence or the two words that says separate procedure that's in the quotes. And so what that means is that mama is inside anything that's underneath them. So all diagnostics with the washing and the brushing is included in any of those procedures underneath her. So the 01, 04, 06, 07, all those have it. So we know we can get rid of at least that one too. The 11 is a removal, and we didn't do any removals of anything. All we did was the multiple biopsies. And again, it's just noticing that it's, if you were doing, I know a lot of people have been poo-pooing on the process of elimination lately, but it's just one of those observations. If you look for associations, these two have the same answer. One of them only has 2 CPT codes, and one of them has 1. What I notice more times often than not, it's 1 code, because more often than not, AAPC is looking for people to be tricked on the exam and code more codes than they're supposed to be and pick 2 codes over 1. So 1 CPT, it was on there as multiples, but even if you don't use the process of elimination and you just look up the differences, we knew that this one has the separate procedure in the quotes, so you don't want to add that to anything that's underneath them. And then we don't have any foreign bodies. We didn't remove anything, so that helps you get rid of all that. And you knew you didn't need to do that. So anyway, y'all want to do it. But I definitely would have just looked at this and seen that C and D have the same answer. And I know that I would only pick 1 CPT versus 2, and I would just pick C as the answer and move on without reading anything on any of these questions. Without reading a thing. All right. OB or something. No, maybe not. Maybe nervous. We're getting close though. What have we got? 5. We got 2 with 55700. Like somebody said earlier in the live, in the nervous system, I believe we don't use 66 and 62. A lot of these procedures in this prostate area, 66, 81, and 82, are all modifiers that we just in general don't use in this section. And I just sometimes write it here under 1 code, but it means pretty much anything unless I say something different for most everything on that page to help you guys out. But yeah, I've still got the 62 and 66, but a lot of times when you can't do 66 or 62, you can't do 80 or 81 or 82 either. So it's just one of those things. But anyway, we got our biopsy here, right? Biopsy. Biopsy. would we use a biopsy with integumentary and a radiology, or would we do it just with a radiology? Interesting. Our 5 and 6 is, our 5 is an incision, so we're going to be using a blade, and then 6 is using stereo. Let's check out our question. What do you guys think the answer is? Hey, Twinkle. Good to see you. I hope I didn't pull you away from family stuff. Oh, Miss Vivi. So that's the very first code in our CPT book after E&M and anesthesia. So it's our very first in surgery. A lot of people have trouble finding that code because it's also one that is out of sequence, even though it doesn't seem to be out of sequence. It's not marked as out of sequence, but it's our very first surgery code. Right? Is that it? Yep. The very next code underneath it is our 1004, 1005. So it looks like it wouldn't go here because numerically it's out of sync with anything else. So 10021 is our very first surgery in integumentary CPT code, but everything underneath it starts off completely numbered, totally wrong for pages and pages. It's insane. I hate that code. I hope that's helpful. I don't know why things are blurry. I would have totally missed it and panicked in the exam. I know, it's very frustrating. That code, there's no mention that it's out of sequence, and it totally starts off the book wrong for the whole surgery section. It's insane they start it that way. Okay, you refreshed the page and that helped. Oh, that's awesome. So if I was taking this exam, I wouldn't read any words from the question either. I would have known that C and A are similar, and I knew that I wouldn't do 3 CPT codes when I could do it in 2, so I would just pick A and move on to my next question. But if you guys want to know the differences, the 5700 is by needle, right? Or punch. It's how the biopsies are taken. And then our 05 is incisional. And then our 06 is also with needle, but it's with stereo. So what we did today was needle biopsy. That gets rid of our incisional. We did it with ultrasound guidance, so we know we're going to need a radiology because we know the 06 includes stereo but not ultrasound. They were trying to confuse you with stereo versus ultrasound. Now, would we code an integumentary here? No, we would not. That's just silliness anyway. But yeah, it still leads us back to A, if you look at it from a coder point of view, instead of a crazy exam taker that just answers questions just based off the answers. OB and delivery. So this question, if you don't know my little trick, the 94, the second and third digits, all changed based off natural births that come out naturally. The 95s are C-sections, and then the 96s are natural attempt after a C-section on a previous pregnancy. So these are combos. The 96s. The 95s are C-sections. The 94s are natural deliveries. So we have to just, for first off, we have to look through our question, find the outcome of the baby or babies, and see if they all came out the natural way or if we have combos. What do you guys think the answer is for this one? I gave you half the answer at least. Oh, it's trash day. Sorry, I'm replying back to my mother. She messaged me. Sorry, just had to reply to Mom. Let's see. We live in the same household, but I'm texting her. It's so funny. So we've got one done naturally, the other done cesarean. So I'm going to need a cesarean delivery. There's no mention of the prior history of any cesareans here before. So you know you've got to get rid of the two natural births. Since there's no history of a C-section prior to today's delivery, we have to get rid of B2. We code baby B first because baby B took the most time, even though baby A is right here, is coded second just because it came out with the least amount of trouble. We always code the most extensive procedure first that we did that day. That's why we swapped the two codes and put the 10 first. But that is the answer always. If you have twins, one born vaginal, one born C-section, there you go. And I have a list, not in this book, but in my other one I showed off Friday night. That's pretty good on that live that showed out how you deliver multiple babies or single babies in different scenarios, which was a good one to see. All right, we got nervous. Are we in the nervous system? Some more of these spinal things. 644. '93 is in there 3 times in a row. Our differences between the 90 and the 93 is that this one's cervical, right? And this one is lumbar. So clear your main headers first. Are we cervical or lumbar? If your answer's cervical, then great, you know B is your answer and move on with your day. But if it's truly one of the 93s, then you got to work a little harder. So that tells me we are lumbar, so I can get rid of the cervical. Then it's a difference between A, B, A, C, and D. What do you guys think? Important question. What's up? What's up? Yep, it must be. Does that help? I'm getting some really bad, my internet has slowed me down quite a bit. I think it's my internet speed. I'm looking at my OBS right now. I'm not supposed to be in the red or orange, and I can tell I've got that number right there is in the red on the OBS. It's not supposed to be red. So I think it's my internet here is why it's blurry, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, guys. But I did zoom in some. Maybe that's helpful. Yep, Twinkle, that exam about the twins or triplets. They have a triplet question that could very well be on the exam. You will get a baby. Yeah, they do have that question too about an but then they turned it into a C-section. What's worse is when you have the babies are connected like at the throat level. Have you ever seen like one baby's up, one baby's down, which is normal, but one of them will come out, especially probably presenting feet first, and their little chins get connected to each other, and it's really hard to get out one baby because their little necks have connected together. It's crazy. I've seen some crazy presentations. People trying to deliver twins at home with a midwife. Good gracious. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's inside mom. You're going to mess with that spinal column right there, so, or this one's spinal column. Yeah, seen one of those before. We just push those feet right back up and in there and and somebody's got their hands in there while they're carting us all off to the OR to do a C-section. Whew. They do look comfy, but good gracious, can't come out that way. I know, right? Modifier 26, the bane of our existence. So our answer to this question for our 644, 94, and 93, you notice inside Mama's code that they include imaging guidance, right? So we know that we can't use any 7,000 codes in this question. So a coding irregularity most definitely is this one with D. We would not code this one here at all because these codes include your fluoroscope. Unless you have ultrasound, if these codes have ultrasound, then you add a 0216T code, which is in the category 2 section of the CPT book in the back. But that's only for ultrasounds. As long as it's fluoroscope, it's included in these codes right here. So that would be a coding irregularity. We don't add a 7,000 to these. If we're going to add anything, it's going to be a 02 code. So then that helps you eliminate A. You've already got B eliminated because that was cervical and you're doing lumbar. Without any other info other than the radiology part is C. They got lots of jargon here. I don't know if you could find any of this helpful, but it's there. It's everything I just said. You can't code that with that. No modifier 50s are reported here either. Not that they had that as a freaking option. On anesthesia, first thing you got to know is no surgical time. Surgery time has nothing to do with anesthesia time. So the first thing I do when I see anesthesia questions is I go through the question and I take me a marker and get rid of anything that says surgery time or procedure time. We don't want to know none of that. This procedure, we don't care about that time. Get rid of it. If it says procedure or surgery, times matter at all. Get rid of it. And usually during the real questions, it says surgery time. So, same thing, get rid of it. The only thing you're going to count is anesthesia start time and when the anesthesiologist drops the patient off in recovery, which is here. So we know we have 50 minutes just based off that if we get rid of the other sentence. So we know right away we can eliminate A and B for this question. Now you're down to a 50-50 shot. Now you just need to go look up the differences between the 20 and the 15 and see what your answer is. And your difference, because they're both going to be shunts, is the type of shunt. What do you guys think the answer is? Thanks. Thanks, Rosh. Yep. No. VG, you asked if the code description says it includes supervision and interpretation. Do we add 26 for professional services? Nope. Nag away. You know, y'all's time with me, V, is limited. And if you don't understand it the first time I explain it, I had a lot of practice with Travis because I homeschooled him from first grade all the way up to junior high. And I homeschooled both of them from kindergarten to third for James, and then during COVID again for James during junior high. And they are two totally different learners. And I teach physicians HEDIS measures at my job. Not every physician learns the same way. I'm always having to come up with a different way of explaining things. And sometimes I explain things too many times, but yeah, no, stop me. Bug me while you got me. It's still blurry. Yeah, I'm still in the red. I don't know why the internet is so blurry today. Sorry, guys. Ask away. I will come up with a different way of explaining it, hopefully. I am a troubleshooter by heart. I like troubleshooting issues. Yes, C is the answer. Radiology. One thing I want you to know that right here is notice that every single answer is different. When you get questions with big bulky answers like that with multiple codes, just look at the first codes. If they're all different, then you don't have to look at nothing that's back here. As long as you get your first answer correct, there's nothing else to look up. It's a great strategy during the exam because time is going. It's ticking. It already started tick-tocking down when those proctors are ready to get off there, get home. They are, you know, they're ready to get home and do laundry and stuff like that. So they are counting down the days and minutes. I mean, so building strategies to get through the questions faster is super helpful. All right, our 50540 is an MR of the orbit, face, neck. Yep, no contrast. No C. 40, wrong one. Of course, that one goes there. Then we'll do our with contrast on this one. And then our 43 is combo, because it's with both, without and with. And then our 46 is combo too, right? But it's a different part. It's a different body part. That one's a combo. But these are under neck, face and neck. Where this one is under head. Head. All right. Where are we at? Are we on the neck or are we on the head? Huh. Where's the face? Is that head or is that, or the orbital? Where's the orbital? Is that on the face or is that on the head? Being mean. I'd say our eye socket is in our face, right? So we can get rid of 46. Then you just need to know, did you use contrast or without? That's all there is. And you don't have to worry about looking up the diagnoses and stuff. We did it without, and then we followed with, so we know our combo. Easy peasy. All right, we got two of them that are 66. So I'd run to that one, 770. 66. Bilateral. It's a child code, can't do much with it, but 67 is bilateral too. '65 is diagnostic. So is 66. 67 is a screening. And are we screening, or did they find something and they're looking to diagnose it with something? Good night, Tammy. This is a confusing one for most people on the exam, and an area where people get this one wrong all the time. First thing with all mammograms, find out, is this screening? She's already had her annual exam, but she has a suspicious lump. So would that be just a screening? It also, of course, our order isn't clear, but what we did was a digital image, which is not multiple. So she has 2 breasts. If it was a screening, we'd be doing 2, but we're not going to be doing any kind of screening. We only did 1 digital image. You can't get both breast image, so you know you didn't do bilaterally. You know you did unilaterally. Very subtle. And it doesn't say whether it's screening or diagnostic. But anytime you see the word lump or suspicious, you know you're going to be diagnostic no matter what. You know you're not going to be screening. So be sure and keep those mammograms straight as far as whether it's screening or diagnostic. That will help out more than anything. That's the most important thing. Between the 63, 65, 60 included into that. Main thing is figure out if your patient is a screening. It will be just a normal thing. Their Aunt Sally Sue might have breast cancer, but as long as they're just going in and there's nothing suspicious, it's a screening. If there is a lump found or something suspicious, it's always going to be diagnostic. Then you just got to figure out, did we do unilateral or bilateral? Mammograms do not mean both, and they do not mean they're always screening. So it's just a name of an x-ray. You have to figure out first, am I doing both? And is it screening or is it diagnostic? Lab and Path. What time is it? It's past time. Okay. I've got Lab and Path and medicine sections. These are tough questions. So I'll probably just wait till Wednesday to do these. And then I have some cardiology down here at the bottom of an area that I don't have A, B, and C, and D. But I wanted to go over Appendix L and help y'all with figuring out the branch orders for second and third areas, stuff that are not part of the regular routine practice exam questions, just a particular branch in the vascular family, and then have you guys figure out what would be the third order of branch using the Appendix L. So we'll start off Wednesday's lesson with that, and then we'll go back and do these Lab and Path and medicine sections. And I will bring up some more Modifier 26 issue questions on Wednesday. And anything else you guys put in our Discord group for our new room we put in today. Oops, wrong button. In our new Discord room that we made for questions for Jen to do for the lives. We have a new room down at the bottom of our Discord for that. Need to tell Twinkle about that. But I hope this has been helpful. I think I was a little too out of practice for tonight's live, since I haven't been live since Friday. I've had my head in this darn book finishing up my digestive system. I just need to take pictures of it, I think. I think I'm done. And get this posted up for you guys. And then get started on radiology. And since I don't have any book prep videos that I could find with radiology, I will start a live tonight and tomorrow. I'll do 2 nights, of course, with book prep videos of the radiology section as soon as I get this digestive done. I just gotta take pictures of it, and I think I'm done. I need to post this sucker up. But then I can start on the radiology section and get those notes. But I know you members need book prep videos for that section. I thought I at least had last year's, but must not. I hope this has been helpful. I will see you guys again on Wednesday night. I do have to go to Vegas on Wednesday to get Mom's TSA done, but I'll book prep questions tomorrow for that. I've already got half of them done anyway because we still have lab path, medicine, and some cardiology here for tonight's. Y'all are welcome. Thank you again, Anointed, and who was that? Was it Monique who gave out the subscription? That's awesome, you guys. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys again on Wednesday night, same time. See you at 6:30. Oh, I love you guys. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.